Hey Clashers, I have adjusted my Super Yeti army over the last week quite a bit, and I have tried different spell compositions, different sieges, different equipments, different army compositions, and so on. And this to me has been the most consistent so far. So I thought I would bring you into an entire Legend Day, and I will show you exactly why it works so consistently for me, and why I chose, for example, the Royal Champion Charge over the Fireball version. But I think let's dive into a full Legend Day and see how it works. One of the most important changes I did early on is just replacing the Healing Tome with the Rage Gem. The key thing here is really the interaction with the wall breaks from the Troop Thrower, because without the Rage Gem, you're not one-shotting any compartments, and I just think the Eternal Tome is just really good, so that's the reason why I kept it. But for us right now, we need to interrupt somewhere of the ring so we can walk around the base, so let's find a good spot where we can actually do that, and I think maybe this top side might look really good for it, because there's not too many buildings and not too many builder huts either. So let's use the invis right here. The fox hopefully is going to follow. Yes, indeed, that's perfect. Perfect pathing right now. There can't be really any traps in this area because there's not enough room for those traps, which is good for us. And we just take down this compartment, and as soon as that is done, we're good to go with our next stage, which is right now the invis. And if the expo is gone, we can get ready with our next attack. Recall obviously getting ready. Fox barely died. That's not perfect, but hey, we get this done. Now the Warden, everything in here. I will use the healers just like that. The Queen for the funneling. We're going to use the wall break. The Zoo Dragon right behind because, I don't know, I feel like that's quite nice for cleanup purposes. We can then use the King as soon as the funnel is established for us. And as well the Royal Champion. So that looks good for now. We can use now the King in front of the Archer Queen. Planet Cast is luring out, always poison the furnace. Royal Champion ability, so she's staying safe and staying behind everything. And this is looking so far pretty promising, I want to say, right? So we have the Eternal Tome ability for the core in just a second. Maybe right now as the core troops are getting low. For the other side, we still have the Overgrowth, so that's good. We can now use the jump to get into the compartment down here. Royal Champion going down. I think saving her or saving them is not really a good option. I do wait for the Rage Tower to get triggered so we can use the Actually, I should not wait. We're just Overgrowth right now. So it's going to wake up as soon as we're going to reach that area. Wall break in so the King and everything can enter together with our Root Riders. There's one Root Rider to open up the compartments, but our Super Yetis mostly. We have a Valkyrie down here with the Wizards. Can we already clean things up? Already do some cleanup things because that's always really nice and important. Distract the backend. Should I distract the backend right now? Let's turn this invisible. Oh, let's turn this invisible so the healers are staying safe. Let's use the action figure. We have no more wall breaks, which is a little bit sad, but hey. The Super Yetis are now coming back. We can... that Warden pathing is not in our favor, but it's okay. Edge Hunter. The Super Yetis are down here. We can freeze this up. So that's good. And that should be a nice 3-star for us. Perfect. Perfect. And really the Overgrowth is the hero to really make sure that there's not too much damage on the back end. And the Rage Gem is always enough to keep your Super Yetis alive and keep them moving. That's an important thing here. And then the last building going down. No issue whatsoever, right? Or is taking so long? Come on, guys. Next attack. Let's keep going. And for this one, we have an Invis base, which means those are typically not the most annoying ones, I want to say, because there is many options on how you can approach them. One of the key things we have is Invis skeleton spell combination, which always works. But I think the most important thing for now is the starting point. We could go for the bottom side, but I feel like something way better might be actually just going for the Town Hall with our Royal Champion. So let's give it a try. Let's go in over here. We have some traps popping up, but that should be fine. Hopefully the fox is moving inside. That's great. And now let's just make sure that we are... Oh, that invis was not really needed whatsoever. But it's okay. Send this invisible now. We have 2 more invis. I think that should be enough, right? To take down the Town Hall. I think that should be totally enough. So we can enter then into one of those next compartments. Just like that. Let's go. Next thing for us is entering from this top side. As we said, unfortunately, we do not have an Invis left to trigger the Invis Tower anymore. But I'll be honest, I think that's totally fine. Healers. Just like that. Queen in here. Good. On this one, I think I'm actually not 100% sure what I want to do here with the heroes, because my Archqueen is going to trigger stuff. Let's use her ability, so we can use then the king into that part of the base. Let's use the Royal Champion. Let's use the king into that base, as I said. We can use the Eternal Tome in like a nice moment. Where's the Royal Champion? I want to... Oh, there's the Royal Champ. So she can trigger that right side Invis Tower in just a second. We can use the jump now down here, so that's good for us. And things are looking not too bad overall. We have the Queen in the core. We have the action figure as well, slowly following. We have the ward ability right now, so that's perfect for us. We can use the Overgrowth now on this part of the base. King ability right now to take down some more buildings, which is amazing. Let's use it over here. We can freeze things up in this compartment. And we have the back end looking good with our Valkyries. I still have the iTzu Dragon, which we can utilize. Maybe just for the chop side for the Broom Witch thingy. That might be an option for sure. We have still the skeletons, which is nice. And the most important thing as well, the Warden being alive. What this means is pretty simple. With the Warden alive, we can make sure we have this Rage Gem active. And that's like a really big thing. And as I'm speaking, the Warden somehow gets targeted. But hey, it is the Warden. He does like do stupid things, so... Nothing we can do there, but I think it should be still enough, right? We have the king, we have the healers. Even without the Rage Gem, they're totally fine. We have the iTzu Dragon saved for the annoying Broom Witch. I don't know, like sometimes for ground attacks, this thing can be really annoying, not gonna lie. I mean, that can be really annoying. But it's going to be indeed the next 3-star for us, even though the top side Royal Champion charged it, I would argue, did not go really to the full potential with how the Fox pathed into the Giga Bomb. But... keep 3-starring, and that's exactly what we're going to do, hopefully today, 8 times. And another person who really likes his decorations. Let's see if we can smash the base. So, both of those fire spitters point into the back end. For the back end, for the hook tower, we have an Overgrowth, so that's good. As well, the pathing into the tunnel does not look too good, but I think with the nature of Super Yetis, they will path in there quite naturally and quite easily, so that's good for us. So let's get this right in here. First invis, just like that. There is already some traps, but even if we lose the Royal Champ, even if we lose the Fox, it's not the end of the world, so that's totally fine. Let's get this right. Next invis. Yep, the Fox is pretty much dead. We want to get that Expo down here as well, so we're skipping some nice defenses. One more invis so we can recall. Oh, actually. This, yep, it's still going down. Perfect. Recall is in. Next, the Archer Queen with the Barbarian King for tanking. Now these Super Yetis down here, we can distract this. Okay, looking good, looking good. Through the wall break. What is next? What is next? What is next? The Royal Champion in there as well. The Siege Machine obviously should not really... be forgotten, and then we're using an early jump into the core just like that, so the troops can path out of this again. King ability can be used right now, so that's good. Eternal Tome right now, so that's even better. And now to make sure that not every single Super Yeti is getting yoinked away from us, we're using the Overgrowth on this back end. The Archqueen ability can be used as well. I think right now might be a good time. Royal Champion looking good. Would be nice if the Fire Spitter is not attacking my Royal Champ. That's great. We have now as well the Poison for the defending heroes on the back end in just a second. Yep, right now. And then we can freeze things still. So we're in a pretty good spot, even though, again, I don't know how, but a lot of times just those tanks are getting targeted by, like, not the tanks, but like the non-tanks are getting targeted by those different troops and such. I don't get it. It's always so strange to me. Like the Royal Champion, out of all of those different troops, is getting targeted. How? That's crazy. But hey, Super Yetis are out here, so let's get this. Oh, we still have the iTzu Dragon. Oh, I completely forgot about that, to be honest. That was, yeah, I completely forgot about it indeed. So let's get this right here. We have the wall break. We have the Archqueen. Would be great if something takes down the... Are you kidding me? Okay, wait a second. That is now getting way closer than I thought, because of the attacking we had. Okay. Let's get this right. So the Zoodrang is getting pushed into that. No, 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 no. We're actually not going to 3-star because this one... No, you can't make this up. Nothing is attacking it. Are you kidding me? The attack looked so perfect, and then this one... This thing is dealing so much damage, but let's make sure that we're finishing strong. Well, that was really unfortunate. Let's make sure that we're getting those next 3-stars in, because we have a Rage Tower right here. That's looking like a perfect use case for our Overgrowth. So let's get things ready and let's get things started. How do we approach this? We could enter into the Town Hall. Again, we have like a really non-root rider friendly Town Hall compartment because the pathing in there is really looking annoying. But with having only Super Yetis, this should work way better. So let's do exactly that. We know that there are no traps on this top side because of the decorations, so that's good for us. I take that. So we can enter in here. There might be some decorations near the air defense, but that then should be fine because we have gotten the value of the funneling and pathing. That's then totally fine if they're popping up over there. So that's good to go. Another invis spell could be used now. So we're taking... Yeah, I think I would take those next two defenses as well. And then we can enter into the Town Hall. No issue whatsoever. Should I? Actually, I will. I'm greedy. I know I should not maybe do this, but I mean, just the pattern of the Royal Champion right now looks too good to not take advantage of this. I mean, come on, you have to agree here. This right now, we had to take it. We had to take it. It's so crazy how much we are already taken care of. We can now recall because we won't get that. But still, that was some really, really nice and crazy value right there. Perfect for us. Now the king in here. We can get the wall break going. It's going down here, which is nice because it's going to open up the town as well. Let's use the warden. Green ability. This one. Just like that. Perfect. Nice, 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 nice. Now the siege. We can add the Royal Champion in the mix as well. We can poison things up because there's no foreigners in there, which makes things easy for us. We can wall break the king actually into this compartment. So that's good. Royal Champion ability, so she's not moving forward too much. So that's good right now. The Royal Champion is getting targeted by that fire spitter, which was really unfortunate. And at this stage, I mean, we have already counted the Rage Towers, right? So... I'm not even sure what to use. Maybe now the Overgrowth. Maybe that was a good option. We will find out, right? If we find out over time if that was a good or a bad decision. But we can still get into... Should I? I would just jump right here. I would just jump right here. I think that's totally fine. Headhunter for the defending. Oh, we should use some cleanup. I can take down the bomb tower with the one loon. Is something alive still at this bottom side? Yes, there is. I think right now we could use this skeleton on this as things are waking up again. Some cleanup on the outside. Root Rider is going to open. How is that? Oh, I even had a freeze, but how is that always a thing that my things are getting sniped? Oh, and we should use the Zoodrang, by the way. How is that a thing that my troops always get sniped? Like my carry troops or my aura troops, whatever you want to name it. How it's always a thing that they're getting sniped when the Super Yetis are just turning around for a second. I should be more aware with those extra freezes and invis. But hey, that's totally on me, right? But another 3-star is in. We are keep grinding for the Legendary. Another base with a hook tower. That is really interesting. I feel like they're getting more and more popular, which is, yeah, interesting for sure. I'm not sure why and where this is coming from, but I'm fine with that. So how do we approach this? The hook tower looks annoying indeed. We can use the Overgrowth to create some better pathing, or we're just entering into the Town Hall again. That's something which I really would like to do. So we're going to enter again on the flank. I hope that no Tesla are popping up, and as I'm saying, Tesla popping up right away, because this now is luring us close towards the Wizard Tower, which is and should be the entry point for us for our Super Yeti. So let's see how things are going to turn out for us. We are going to clear right now everything in front of the Town Hall, which is not a bad thing, I guess, but let's just recall right now. That was not how I was envisioning this, but it's fine. Let's do the wall break right here. So that's fine. We're getting those out of the way. So we're now entering with those Super Yetis into the Town Hall. That's the key thing. For that, we need to make sure that we have the flanks cleared. Like this. Titan in here. The King. That's good for us. Nice. Headhunter. More Tesloons. The Roy Champ. Just like this. Poison. And now we're going to use the Overgrowth like this. We can use a jump over here. Wall break. Oh, the siege. I nearly forgot about the siege. So the wall break was not really necessary, but hey, whatever. King ability. Where are my troops going next? Where are my troops going next? The jump, in theory, is there. It's just the Royal Champion ability, so she's staying back. But the jump is getting taken. Let's use the Queen ability. Warden ability can be used still as well. Now the Warden ability, as everything is waking up again. Perfect timing. And maybe I will use the Royal Champion charge now on the back. I think that might be a quite nice move here. This time around, using my spells. Using my spells for the troops on the back end. As I'm saying that, obviously they're going down, right? Like that's how it has to be. Freeze now. Archqueen's still going, but no, this is going to be a way nicer overkill. This is looking exactly how I was envisioning things. Let's go. And we still have the Zudring. Let's go, let's go, let's go. That was... Ooh. Why am I so late? I don't... It feels like I'm 80 or something. I don't know what's going on. That's crazy. It is crazy indeed. Okay, this means just we're taking a few more seconds longer, but whatever, whatever. It's still a nice overkill. We have 4 out of 4. I think it's 4 out of 4 Super Yetis and the Titan alive. I mean, this has worked out beautifully. And really, the key thing here is the different approach you can use between Super Yetis and Root Riders. If you're picking the same approach, Root Riders are way easier typically. But with having the option of going for just non-defense and just really the pathing you're setting up, the Super Yetis, this is where they can really shine. 3 more attacks to do. Hopefully we're going to finish them successfully in this core tower base. That was a weird wording, but you know what I mean, right? So how do we approach this? I always like to funnel one of the flanks and then go into the center. Is that a good approach here? I think so. I think so indeed. Even though the top witchy thingy is quite annoying, but I think it's okay. Let's start from over here. See if there's any traps waiting for us. So far, nothing popping up, even though the Giga Bomb is on the other side. But I'm trying to clear this compartment. If I get the compartment cleared from the multi-arch tower, I'm more than happy. I would be even more happy if my fox would follow. But hey, you can't get everything in life, right? So, next invis. Fox is not down just yet, which is good. A recall, perfect. Now the Super Yetis. And the Titan. And the Rage. Perfect. Now this. Healers behind. Now they're going to follow in here. We can wall break in there. Another Testu. That's no issue. Now the Archer Queen. Can we already... I think we already trigger now. So it's always the combination. Skeleton and then Invis. Just right in the center somewhere. We can use the jump so they're getting into that compartment. Use the King on the funneling. More Tesloons. Can use the siege as well, that's no issue. Now this. We have Triple Ice Golem coming out, but that is completely fine. Yeti getting yoinked. It's fine as well. Now the Warden ability, because, I mean, obviously there's now the highest damage output. Can use the Queen ability, so we have an action figure in front. Let's use the freeze right here, because this area of the base is quite annoying, not gonna lie. We can use the Overgrowth right here. But this part of the base is not as... Oh no. That was not good. That was really, really bad. And again, my Warden is located right next to all of the damage. Oh, that could really... Now, this can now really cost me again. Come on, Super Yetis. Go towards that top. The Root Riders opening things up. Super Yetis are now down here. We have set the King ability with the Spiky Ball. Finally, the Hook Tower is gone, which is good for us. But still, things are looking a little bit rough. We still have the... Oh, that ground expo in range. I would have not expected that, to be honest. We can use the Zudring already here. Let's try to get the Spiky Ball into the core. Yep, Spiky Ball going in there. That's nice. We have another wall break, which we can utilize, so that's good. Come on, is that still going to be enough? That's the big question here. Is this going to be enough? With the Archqueen, it should be. Yeah. But again, that was... Like, this is the key thing about this strategy. Keeping your carries alive, which... I mean, again, we have 3 Super Yetis alive, so... And the Titan, so... Was it the Titan in there? No, I think... did she just die? I'm not sure. But the Roy Champion getting hooked there... So slow with my reflexes. It's crazy. If that Roy Champion survives there, or if I used the ability earlier... You can see that's a clear overkill. Those Invis core bases are so free with this strategy because there's nothing they can do. Because with the jump, we can directly say, okay, we want to enter now the core. You can trigger always the core with a combination of the skeleton and Invis. And this just makes it such a walk in the park if you don't lose the Royal Champion for nothing. But that's fine because we have our next base indeed. How do we interrupt the ring? That's pretty much the question on every single base of those, because the town was in the core either isolated or with something different, and it's always on how you approach that. For us right now, we could go... I want to go for this far right side because the... What is it? The workshop is easier to handle with the Fox than the Hero Hall. So that's the reasoning here for me to go from this side. Invis looking good. I would have liked to have something to take down this bottom mortar, but I think we can redirect things now with the... Yep, perfect. She's jumping in there. Nice. So we have a giant bomb there. Or like, was it small bomb or something? We're interrupting the ring right now quite nicely, so that's good for us. That's really... Actually, it's really amazing for us. Let's use another Invis. We don't have to trigger anything this time around. I really want to have this annoying crushing mortar up the way. So we have that right now. Recall. Perfect. Now we enter from this bottom side or top side of the fire spitters. No, I will enter from this far right side because the fire spitters are pointing in such an annoying thing to the other side. So let's do like this. Skeleton. Titan. This. Wall break. Ward in. Okay, nice, nice, nice. As soon as the queen has set up the funnel, we can get ready with the king. Get another wall break. Yep. Ooh. Siege. Roy Champion. Since she's already low on hit points, I'm kind of waiting right now a little bit. Furnace. Now the Roy Champ, I think. We can use the jump in a way that we can enter the tunnel as well. That's nice. I think I will use the King ability now to just force my troops further into the middle of the base. Where's the Roy Champion though? Oh, Roy Champion at the top. So let's use her ability again so she's staying safer. Warden ability can be utilized at any point. We have still the Overgrowth. I think I will use the Overgrowth right now because I'm a little bit scared of this. This merged multi-year tower. This thing has already destroyed one of my attacks, okay? So I'm... I am a little bit unsure about this thing. Royal Champion is in here to take down the Minion Prince. That's good. The Archqueen still handling that top side. It's going to wake up soon. So how do we do this now? I will just wall break in this corner. Oh no. Oh no. Yep. Just like that. Come on, take down. Oh, I should have frozen the scatter as well. Warden gone. But I don't think at this stage it doesn't matter anymore. We can use this over here. That's pretty much it, right? Like, let's use the Queen ability. We have the Super Yetis on the outside. We still have those minions, which you can utilize a little bit, just for some extra damage. And we should be good to go, right? Because we have the Super Yetis out there. We have the action figure going through the wall and tanking. We have the Zoo Dragon on the back end. And obviously, without the event stuff, like, Queen would have been way quicker on her way to follow everything, because this defending Broom Witch can be such an annoying part when you have, like, funneling on the outside. She can really mess things up. But I think that went perfect, actually, for us. The only thing, again, which I should have been doing different, is just freeze that scatter with the multi-gear tower together, and the Warden would have stayed alive. The Rage Gem stays there, and the attack is no issue. But even then, we had, like, again, 4 Super Yetis alive or something. Those attacks are overkills. The only thing is time. That can be the biggest downfall for you. So make sure that you're saving those Valkyries for the backend that can always clean things up quite nicely. Let's go. The final attack. And we have another core in this base. Okay. How do we handle this? We could go into the hook tower right away. How do we approach this funnel-wise? I think that's actually not looking too bad if we are going in like... Oh, but that top side looks scary, not gonna lie. But if we clear out this bottom... Yeah, no, I like this, I like this. If we're going in here, hopefully there's not too many traps waiting. Like, on those type of bases, you always trap 2 of those corner compartments with traps. And I hopefully we pick the one which was not trapped. That would be great. But let's use the next invis right now. Scatter would be great, please. Okay, it's not going for the scatter. Maybe the queen. Perfect, the queen. I initially did not use the invis there, even though the first invis timing wasn't great. The main reason being that I wanted to have the queen luring me back into all of this. Now, we're good to go. And we use the Archqueen up here. We can use the Super Yetis down here. Just like this. Healers behind. And now, skeleton invis like this. We jump in here. We freeze this. Okay. Poison. Queen with the action figure. That's good, that's good. Nice. Super Yetis getting pulled in there, but that's like whatever. The ice golems are right now a little bit annoying, but it's fine. We have some of those Super Yetis now dying, but hey, we typically have always like 3 to 4 of those Super Yetis alive, so if having few of them going down is like not a big deal. We can wall break into the next compartment here. We can overgrowth still this back end, I think. So we are pushing everything into the top side again, so we're keeping everything then together. The warden somehow ended up on the top side, which is interesting and surprising, but it's okay. Let's use the king ability for the spiky ball value, the royal I'm not paying attention to my key for my carries. What am I doing today? Today is not a good day when it comes down to the protection. Okay, now warden, where are you, buddy? Warden, can you stay alive? Stay safe. Super Yetis are following. Right now, the mortar is not on our warden. The healers would be nice if you could switch, but I know you're special, so you probably won't do so. It's going down, so invis. Nah. That was in time. The game just betrayed me, okay? That was totally fine. That was totally in time. It's a 3-star, so I'm just being right now annoyed by myself because I feel like the attack could be even cleaner. But hey, 3-star is a 3-star. We have had one time fail where we have lost the Royal Champion on an unfortunate way. 312, but you can really see the consistency of this strategy. It's really powerful. If you feel like time is too often an issue for you, which can happen for sure, like don't get me wrong, time management is probably one of the most important things, I guess, besides keeping your carriage alive, but then you don't have time issues. But time in general is one of the most key aspects of the strategy. And if you have that indeed, then, well, just use the rage instead of the overgrowth, for example. But I just feel like overgrowth, pathing-wise, and as well just protection-wise, is always a nice thing. So give it a try. The link for the strategy is always down below in the description of the video. And I will see you guys back tomorrow for the next one. Until then, see ya and bye-bye.